Um,
Yeah,
did
it's because this is an exterior wall.
oh, okay, got you. Did anybody happen to read the recap? I'm gonna read it right now, regardless. Alright, I need to turn you down. For some reason, that's like super loud. Rap.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I went to grab my charger in case my power shits out, so I can at least play on or like use my phone to continue the session.
Yeah. So Rap was the only one that took a look over the recap. I'm just going to go ahead and start then, if everybody's good with me starting the recap.
Yep.
So
This hail is like maybe the size of a penny. Maybe.
it's loud as fuck.
It's because it's all coming. So it's all slamming into this wall.
So we stopped.
At the council.
No. I mean, like, we stopped playing around July of last year.
Last year.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it's a good eight-month hiatus. But so I have here on the recap. Our story began the 24th day of the month of Yuli of the year 1178, which is the time period that's taking place. In the small village of Oakhart, two individuals, an elven female by the name of Elowen Whitethorn, and an elven male by the name of Wrist Skip. The two elves banded together after years of living in the village of Oakhart and eventually joined the military in hopes of achieving the life of an adventurer. With a bit of chicanery, their orders had been manipulated, leaving both of them with the task of meeting a dragonborn by the name of Felix Thibodeau in the major city of Northcrest, by way of double horse and carriage driven by a man by the name of Mr. Light.
Yes, Megan.
First stop, Oxford Cross. Upon arrival in Oxford Cross, the party took it upon themselves to hone in on some skills of theirs and to accept some other small tasks. However, when trying to leave the town, Mr. Light was nowhere to be seen. The stable keeper had been exchanged with a man instead of a dwarf, and something had definitely been going on here in the town of Oxford Cross. Stranded for the night, the two elves sought refuge in the town inn, only to be attacked in the middle of the night by a lone bandit, carrying a note with the two elven names on it, including Felix Thibodeau. The party knew at this point they needed to leave, as Elowen uses spider climb to exit through the window and Rist takes the more traditional route of the stairs. I remember that was a fucking ordeal, man. That was like 20 minutes of trying to figure out what the hell they were gonna do. As they made their exit, the town was attacked by barbarians. Elowen and Rist ran through the streets and were met with a squid-like humanoid, an illithid, Mind Flayer. Speaking with them through their minds, a man broke the creature's concentration with an arrow and urged the party to flee. In their exit out of the town, they were met with another elf, Aurelia Free, and a barbarian gone maverick, Aurelius Grimnar. Their next safest stop would be the city of Claw, located many miles along the river. In Claw, they met up with another person of interest, an older human by the name of Gildroy. Was it Merdris? Merdris. Here, this man helped the party pay their way into the city in exchange for work. Not only did they meet this man, but another, an elf, Tywin Galleon, an elf that seemingly knew the party and their intentions and offered to help them by coming to the Crooked Crane Inn, room 202, and providing some much-needed information of their task of finding the Dragonborn Felix Thibodeau. Perusing the town and deciding what to do next, the city sirens began to ring. Aurelius was captured by the town's guard, and it was exposed to them that a bounty was on their heads. What better destination was next at this time of peril than Tywin's room in the Crooked Crane Inn? It is unfortunate, though, that in this endeavor the rest of the party was captured, as Tywin exposed himself as a double agent of sorts, collecting the bounty on their heads. After being thrown in the dungeons of Claw for several nights, Tywin showed his face once more to break the party out. He explains to the party that he's only in it for the gold, and that he does not wish to make any enemies in this world, as enemies most likely lead to less gold. After the party breaks out, they're met up with Tywin once more as they board the SS Galleon and venture off towards Regal Port. Unfortunately for Rist and Elowen, tragedy struck Oakhart, as a tribe of barbarians attacked and left the two with many unanswered questions. What happened to their families, and were they even still alive? Through their tragedy, though, They pursued with the rest of the party and Tywin to Regal Port. Mooring to Pier 6 of the port town, the party was met with a man running frantically towards them, rambling incoherently about much of the town being overrun with doppelgangers. Taking heed to the man's warning, the group continued on, even taking on a task by the mayor of the town, Nicholas Monroe, to hunt and kill an ogre by the name of Boris. This ogre had been terrorizing the town for many weeks and was allegedly protected by various kinds of magic. In this endeavor, though, the party was accompanied by 3 dwarves, Mjolnir, Alexei, and Zakhaev. Venturing out into the forests of Regal Port, the adventurers found and battled with Boris for quite some time. The party suffered great losses, and in the final minutes of battle, in the midst of Boris's final strikes, the last breath of Ritz's life was expelled from his body. Through the surviving dwarves' advice, yes, rest in peace. The party sought to resurrect Rist in Northcrest, the very city they had spent weeks attempting to travel to. After arriving in Northcrest, Tywin Gallion, captain of the SS Gallion, said his farewells to the party and assured them that this would not be the last time they laid eyes on him. Elwyn, Aurelius, Gilderoy, and Aurelia all set foot out into the heart of Northcrest to meet with Nora, a halfling cleric, specializing in resurrection. But due to the age of Ritz's body, he unfortunately could not be brought back. That was due to how long he'd been dead, by the way.
She was not strong enough.
Leaving Mjolnir with Nora, they assured the rest of the group that Rist would get a proper burial. And with that, continued on into Northcrest to find District 1, the place where Felix was said to have lived. With their journey to Northcrest complete, they did in fact find that Felix Thibodeau was a living, breathing dragonborn, and that the orders that were procured for them way back in Allenmore at the military encampment were much, much more important and valuable to the world around them than they had anticipated. As Felix began to speak, the words manipulating themselves in the mind of the party spelled only danger in the coming future. The Dragonborn read, quote, "Long ago, a demigod by the name of Beirut, son of Lord Mantis, descended from the heavens and created a realm just as harsh as the 9 hells and just as hollow and chaotic as the abyss. This realm housed many mutated incarnations, all crafted by the hand of Beirut. In order to keep this realm from disintegrating into oblivion, Beirut attuned himself to many artifacts across the planes of existence. These artifacts ensured the existence of Beirut in the event of an unforeseen death of his physical body, and in turn not only kept Beirut alive, but his realm as well. With this knowledge, the party set out to the Feywild to capture the object known only as the Worldhammer. Accompanied by a high dwarven priest, Gregor Jadebrew, to assist in multiverse travels and journeying. Stepping into the Feywild, looking for the so-called City of Glass that is believed to house the Worldhammer, the party was made aware of Maester Nim and Stenwolf, a being with additional information about the whereabouts of the Worldhammer. After nearly 48 hours in the Feywild, the party had set up camp at the crossroads. Here, Gregor was taken aback by the swiftness of a shadow in the night, who then held a knife to his throat while the rest were fast asleep. This man, or as Gregor would soon find out, this drow, was none other than Zypher Raould, aka Magnus Razi, a former member of the Talons of St. Lawrence, the infamous Assassin's Guild, and known conspirator of the last plot to steal the Worldhammer while it still resided on the material plane. Eventually, the party learned about Leonid Whitesunder, leader of the very same plot, and Duramir Kekarov, the last known individual to have seen the artifact, all of whom had been banished to the Feywild as well. After Magnus confides his information, he vanishes back into the Feywild, leading the party to their next task, to speak with either Leonid or Duramir to retrieve more information. Coming upon the town of Del Riven, the party is confronted by turmoil within. A public hanging of a man by the name of Fingold Ferran, accused of treason and murder of Eladir Sosalis, Lord of Del Riven. Upon further examination of Fingold's home, several documents were procured by Aurelius, some mentioning an artifact that could control cities and villages, but never mentioning the artifact by name. Putting the pieces together in his head, Aurelius ventured further into Ferran's keep, and was met with a female warrior, Melshira, an associate of Leonid Whitesunder, who just so happens to be leading a group called the Daewin Initiative, a group aimed at capturing the Worldhammer, and who is named after Lord Daewin, who perished in the plot to capture the Worldhammer on the material plane years ago. Melchior insists that she and the Daewon Initiative are not enemies of the party, but in fact share a lot of the same goals in mind and could mutually benefit from one another. Aurelius watches the woman exit through the room through a large icy blue portal. Left with only a teleportation scroll to the city of Kine, the headquarters of the Daewon Initiative, and instructions to order a drink by the name of the Quartering from the Dragon Eye Inn, if and when they get there. After going over their options, they decide to conjure the portal to Kine and speak with Leonid and the Daewon Initiative. Leonid Whitesunder, a sickly-looking elven individual with long caramel-covered hair, speaks to the party on the matters of the Worldhammer, specifically those related to the Feywild. Multiple villages within the Feywild have been overrun by its own townsfolk, something that has never been witnessed in the Feywild, something that has to be controlling them, or the local Eladrin within, in the Feyfolk. Leonid believes the Worldhammer is behind these recent current events. The party then travels to the city of Kaldar, located just east of the major city of Zarth, near the floating cities, to speak with Durimir Kakarov at Osnam Keep, going off intel provided by Magnus Razi. Durimir did not have a lot of concerning information about the whereabouts of the Worldhammer in the Fey, and they informed him of Zypher Raould, aka Magnus Razi's current journey to speak with him. After gaining what little information Durimir could provide, the party ventured south to Stenwolf to finally speak with the key piece of intel, a maester by the name of Kolrin Nim. The village of Stenwolf, though once filled with busy streets and kind people, was now practically a barren wasteland due to the effects of the Worldhammer usage in the Fey. Sitting down with Maester Nim in the temple stronghold on the outskirts of the village, the Maester spoke to the party regarding the City of Glass, the supposed resting place of the Worldhammer, and proclaims that the city is located in the Feydark through a ziggurat in the Ellingvern forest, guarded by Dark Eladrin. However, even though this key piece of information directly leads to the resting place of the Worldhammer, Maester Nim proclaims that the Worldhammer was stolen by a male human, bald, with facial hair and blue eyes, and a little over 6 feet tall, adorned in black robes, and the most prominent key clue in his appearance, a scar running down the right side of his face across the eye. With this additional information, the party heads back to Kine for a council meeting with the Daewon Initiative, with their next tasks to visit the Dark Eladrin in the Feydark to gain more information. However, when Elwyn, Gregor, Aurelius, and Aurelia sit on the council meeting, the council members take their seats. A male Eladrin sorcerer, Melchira, Leonid Whitesunder, another Eladrin, and the last council member, a burly man, bald, 5 o'clock shadow around his chin, blue eyes, and a scar running down the right side of his face, matching almost the exact description of the man Maester Nim had described.
It's him! He stole the Worldhammer!
Does anybody have any questions? I kind of went through a pretty good chunk of what we had established.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, so can you repeat all of that? No.
Feel like I'm gonna have to read some of this shit, bro.
Cody, it's just like 2 pages.
It's 6 pages.
Really doesn't feel like it. I guess I just read
That's
fast.
why I told you guys to read it.
Yeah.
Fast. Felt like.
I am good. I understand. I'm like I remember everything pretty well.
The
So,
hail stopped, boys.
no one gives a fuck about the hailstorm, right?
I do, because now there's a tornado warning.
Okay.
Nice NATO.
So, you guys had headed back to Kine in order to sit on this council session, and where we last left off was the meeting was just about to start. Let me.
I'm gonna go close the door real quick.
I'm going to print off my pages in case I have to fucking, resort to my phone. That way I have everything in front of me, and I don't have to keep going back and forth.
Okay. Here.
What?
I don't mean to play that one. Alright, but this is the time for questions if you guys have any questions. Look, so literally anything. Nobody has any questions about their character, about like what's going on. It's okay, I can repeat stuff. It's no big deal.
I guess what building are we in right now? You said we're about to go into a meeting.
Yeah, so the headquarters of the Day One Initiative was the Temple of Shar. When you guys had ordered the quartering from that place, I think the words were like Shar, and Rap did a knowledge check. It was a deity of sorts, and so their headquarters is in this temple, and basically when you walk into the Temple of Shar, it looks smaller, but when you walk in, it's like huge. It's kind of like one of those Harry Potter tents, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
But yes, that you are currently sitting on a council meeting by the Day One Initiative that you guys were told to come to several days prior, before you guys even seen Maester Nim.
All right.
You're not really sure what it's about, or what's going on exactly, but that's where you guys are now. So think of it like a cathedral style.
Church.
Yeah, kind of, but
Obviously with a meeting table in the middle.
yeah, just picture like around 30 to 40 people kind of like congregating in the middle, and you got kind of like this raised platform up with a table, you know, with all the council members are sitting on. And you guys, from what I remember, from what I can recall, you guys had kind of like set off to the side and was kind of standing there watching.
Yeah, kind of just observing.
Yeah. So, as you guys are sitting there, Leonid is instructing the room to kind of sit, gesturing down with his hands kind of,
Everyone, sit the fuck.
Yeah, in other words. As the rest of the council members sit down and everybody else kind of takes their seats and is being attentive to Leonid, he begins to speak. Through many trials and tribulations, we are here on the council, the Day One Initiative, have fought passionately to expand ourselves and expand the search for the all-powerful artifact known as the Worldhammer. Perseus, please break out the wine. And you can see this man kind of come around to the side, followed by probably 4 or 5 other gentlemen, all having drinks in their hand. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor, no, my privilege, to announce the latest news. Please, pass the wine around. Let us all toast. And everybody's kind of passing drinks around. And, hands them to you guys and stuff. And everybody on the council is getting drinks. And as this is all happening, Leonid continues.
Wait. Ryan.
What?
I'm gonna cast a detect point.
Say that again. I'm not sure if I'm cutting out or if you're cutting out.
No, he said he cast detect poison.
Alright.
Read what the spell does. I just want to be 100% sure of what we're doing.
I'm looking it up. You determine whether a creature, object, or area has been poisoned or is poisonous. You can determine the exact type of poison with a DC 20 Wisdom check. A character with Craft Alchemy can try a DC 20 Alchemy check if the Wisdom check fails.
Okay. And as everybody's passing around their drink or whatever, Rap, you kind of look at yours intently and attempt to get to the bottom of what exactly this liquid is. As you cast the magical aura over the substance, you get traces of a poison. Go ahead and make that DC check. As you make that, we'll get back to that in a second, and then let me know what you
15.
get. 15? Okay.
So I don't know the exact kind of poison.
Yeah. Leonid continues, though, as everybody's taking their drinks. In a matter of time, our members, Silas, Ember, Roland, and Visk, shall walk through the doors down the corridor, Worldhammer in possession. Thanks to various sources in the West, the floating cities, we tracked down the Worldhammer to the Feydark many weeks ago. This sort of information was detrimental to us. I apologize to some of my colleagues for keeping this a secret for so long. Before going into the next step of our initiative, let us drink to our future. And Leonid holds up the glass and downs
Stop! The wine is poisoned.
it. Excuse me?
There is poison in this wine.
The council members kind of mutter amongst themselves, and Leonid looks around. Are you okay over there? Is somebody... Leonid actually looks at you, Vasek. Is your friend alright?
I am a cleric.
I wish I was an expert in this, but I'm gonna say probably no. I don't know.
I used my magic upon this glass,
Okay.
and I detect poison within this wine.
Do you know what alcohol is?
Alcohol is not considered a poison by the spell basic. Fuck off.
I don't know.
My friend, this substance does create a bit of trickery with your brain, as all wines do, if they're enough.
Put the drink down.
The people kind of all look around and have various confused faces, looking at each other, looking at you, looking at Leonid and the rest of the council.
I'm almost tempted to just take a sip right now.
As this sort of like celebration that they're kind of having as the Day 1 initiative is kind of cut short and interrupted by claims of poison drinks.
I look at Landon, and I say,
He's up on he's there's a bunch of people, there's a council meeting, so you're gonna be yelling.
"Oh, really?"
Yeah.
That's why he heard me.
Yeah, guess he yelled.
Is there a way to stand up and talk, or
I mean, you could yell.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are standing up.
Okay, I'm gonna yell to him then. Basically, I'll say, "Hey, listen. Even if you don't know if they're what he's saying is true or not, now that it's been brought up, don't drink. Do not drink out of your cups."
While this whole thing is going down, I'm going to be slowly just, behind my back, just pouring the glass onto the ground.
Okay.
Or under the table, I guess. Whatever the most discreet way would be to do it.
I'm just
You would literally... You're all standing off to the side, so Nick, you would just be pouring it
Yeah.
onto the ground next to you. People would be able to see you.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
As more drinks are being... the last and final drinks are being passed around. Leonid, as you interrupted him before he took his sip, he sets it back down at his side. After all of our troubles here at the Day 1 Initiative, please, drink with me, your leader, Leonid Whitesunder.
Nope.
Our journey thus far has brought us here. Now on to the next step of our journey.
Y'all gonna die.
And he drinks. The rest of the council drinks, and a good probably 95% of the people toast as well. Some, as everybody else is doing it, are kind of a little bit wary, as these accusations that you brought up may have kind of tempted them the other way.
I pretend to drink, even though everybody probably saw me pour it out.
Okay.
I do the same.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not touching it.
Basic, you pretend to drink it?
I pretend to drink. I still have liquid in my cup, so I let it touch my lips, but I'm not gonna actually, take in
Consume.
any.
Okay. Now that everybody has taken their drinks, he gestures everybody to take their seat once more.
Papa Slav.
As a bit of silence kind of is being cast over the entire room, you guys hear doors down the corridor. So if you remember when you came through the Temple of Shar, you went down this kind of long corridor and then you slightly turn to the right and there's that cathedral room. Well, this is where everything is happening. And so the council members all look to their right and the people in the crowd all look to their left as the doors have just been opened, essentially. You can't quite look down that corridor, but momentarily, a man, accompanied by 3 other individuals, all kind of surrounding this person. Peering through the bodies, you can see the man carrying something in purple silk. Now, this man they're making their way up to the stage, if you will, towards Leonid, as Leonid turns to them. And they make their way behind the other council members, and they get pretty much right in front of Leonid, as Leonid takes the purple silk and begins to gently fold it off. And now, everybody can see this 4-foot-ish long rod with what appears to be a small blue ball at the end. Leonid gently picks it up and sort of raises it to about shoulder height and lets the entire crowd look upon it. I do thank everyone thoroughly for your help, time, and patience. And by this point, as he's looking around, you can see some people in the crowd start to look down, clutching their chest. You see one person in the middle fall to the ground as gasps
The wine was
from the
poisoned.
crowd. Some people who haven't drank are now beginning to panic, and the people who have drank are panicking even more.
Ryan, I just shout that out. Oh, wow. The wine was poisoned.
I don't suppose anybody knows the vomit spell.
As-
There's times like
Was that
Yeah.
basic?
I was gonna say, there's times like these I wish I was playing a comedy character, because as you're describing the shaft with a singular blue ball, it's a blue ball, and he said, "Thank you for your patience." I'm like,
All right. Bodies begin to fall in the crowd as everyone around them gasps, and now kind of the attention is being taken off of Leonid into the crowd. And for those who are still looking at Leonid, Leonid takes what appears to be the Worldhammer and tosses it up. And as it comes down on the ground, it shatters
Oh, it's fake.
like glass.
I'm gonna draw one of my swords.
Even with all of your efforts, it still, in the end, did not save you all. And you see him make one last, I guess, speech word. I shall now be the sole proprietor. As he falls back, kind of, behind the table, as by now the council members are not fully there. They're not really, like, they're still conscious, but
They're dying.
yeah, they're not paying attention to Leonid. They're not like, they're only focusing on themselves, kind of, and the effects that are going on within their body.
Can I make a move to like intercept him?
No, you guys are far away. You guys are like 50,
But
60.
I can't make my way there.
I mean, you could make
Like,
your
I
way.
may not be able to catch him, but can I start?
Yeah, you could start. So Aurelius begins to make his way towards the stage. Leonid has disappeared. The council members are either mostly dead or are dying. People in the crowd, people who haven't drank, are frantically running around, yelling. People are making their way out of the Temple of Shar. Some more bodies are dropping, even on their way out, as just chaos ensues in this commotion of what's going on. The screams of people are cacophony off the walls in this cathedral-like structure. And you guys are, Rayleigh, you're trying to make your way there as fast as you can. You are slowed by this just crowd of people trying to make.
I'm not worried about being gentle with people. Like, I will push people out of the way.
That's fine. But
Ryan,
there are.
Can I gate to the stage?
No, that's not how gate works.
1 second.
I mean, you could look it up. That's not how this gate works, because it's not. I told you this wasn't like. I didn't give you the gate spell. I said you can do this ability once per day, and then you're like, oh, so it's basically gate. I mean, yeah, sure, it's basically gate, but it's not. It's not like that spell. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Everybody is trying to funnel into this long corridor and trying to make their way out, and with bodies piling upon bodies, it gets harder and harder. And Aurelius, as you're kind of just making your way through the crowd, I guess, just throwing people to the side and getting up to the stage, you're met with Melshira, a couple of Ladrin, even the bald individual, who are kind of making their sort of last movements with their fingertips and toes and choking, and some of them are even just dead silent.
Yeah.
As Lane and White Thunder doesn't appear to be anywhere in sight.
I was following him, by the way.
Okay.
I'd said it earlier. I don't know if you heard me.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the group of people, not the big group of like randos, but like Malshira, and her like party, I guess.
The rest of the
And
council
see if-
members?
Not like all the council members, but just the people that we had known, you know, like the people that we were on a first name basis.
Okay,
with.
okay.
Like Malshira and them, just her little group of people that she entered with.
Oh,
Because it was
okay.
her. She came in with them with the Worldhammer, right?
She?
Or was it? Yeah.
No,
she
she-
didn't-
she was on the council.
Okay, so it was just the bald guy, right?
The bald guy was on.
Bald guy was on the council too.
Who the hell am I thinking of then? I guess it was just the fucking lackeys that came in here. Never mind. Then yes, I guess the rest of the council members. I'm sorry.
The bald guy was the person who tried to take it from the city of glass, right?
No, we were told. Took
Yeah.
it from the city of glass.
Is that the same bald guy that's here?
Yes.
Yeah.
From what we know.
Okay, then yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go to them and see if there's, I don't know, if there's anything I can do to save them, or if there's anything on them I could get that would kind of help in this situation. I don't know. Information is what I'm looking for, I guess.
So if you don't have anything currently on your person that could save them, by the time you rummage through one person's clothing and see what all they had, it would already be out of time for the rest of the people. So you have to focus on one person.
Would Cure Minor Wounds be able to do anything, Ryan?
I don't know.
only
I think
heals
I have
1 HP.
potions. Let me look at my inventory real quick.
The entirety of the council members have grown still.
So did the entire Worldhammer shatter like glass, or just like the sphere at the top?
The entire structure of what Leonid was holding in his hands, he threw it up and it shattered on the floor like glass.
Okay, the whole thing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so. It was an illusion, or whatever it was. It was fake. We must be after him.
We don't even know where to start.
What is behind the council table? Because he obviously fell backwards and did something.
The council table is pretty much like a regular wooden table. I mean, it's set up kind of like the UN, like how they have a desk and they have like a little prop up in the front area. Yeah.
So what's behind it? Like where he fell back?
There's nothing.
Detect magic.
Okay. As you cast detect magic, the magical aura kind of floats about in this pretty wide area around the council member's desk and the floor around them, and you don't detect any magic.
So there's an aura all around the table, but I don't detect.
No, you casted the aura out and tried to detect
Oh.
any sort of magic. You know, obviously besides the one of detect magic, because that's how that works.
It can't detect itself.
Yeah.
Take
All
a
right,
look
since
at
it
this
since
stone.
it seems like it's too late to save anybody, I'm just gonna kind of look for clues, rummage through their belongings, see if they have anything that could help us.
Okay. This is the council members, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go to Malshira first, just because I knew she was a warrior, and she may have something particular that I would want.
Okay. Well, she had pretty proper fitting black armor. Didn't have any weapon on her currently at this point. You do find some gold. You don't. I mean, other than that, really.
Yeah, I'll be up in a minute.
This is like rummaging through all of her pockets, though. So
Yeah.
this council meeting wasn't essentially a meeting of to be dressed up for. I mean, it was, but not in the sense of like
Armor or anything.
Yeah.
or weapons. I should say.
Yeah, totally. How much gold did you say she had?
You find 32 gold on her.
But no, like, notes or anything that could help us
No.
go in a direction. Okay.
Can I see if the stones have been modified at all around here?
Stones?
Yeah, the floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Roll a what kind of check?
Because I'm a dwarf.
Roll a
I have a +2 to things related to stone,
Masonry.
metal.
what would that be? I don't have a character sheet in front of me.
Okay, so that storm might knock out my power.
It's pretty bad. I might
Yeah.
switch to my phone just so I don't fucking fry my computer.
Search.
Nice
Ryan?
to be searched just with
Spot?
your bonus, yeah.
Let me look. Yeah, okay, there's search.
And spot.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a search check.
I am going to. I've got like printouts of my sheet and everything. I'm gonna switch to Discord on my phone with a headset so that I'll just roll everything manually.
7.
I'll go look for my die, but I don't want to fucking fry my computer if my power goes out.
Okay.
So give me a second, I will be back.
Okay.
Probably didn't find anything.
With a 7, as you're kind of looking at the floors, it's tile floors, but you're not able to kind of pick up anything or figure out anything from a 7. But rummaging around a little bit more, you do find a loose-fitting tile nudged up under the council member's desk.
Flip it over.
And as you flip it over, there's a good probably 3.5, 4 foot by 3.5, 4 foot like opening that descends down into the ground.
He went this way, probably.
I'll go ahead and step up to take a look at this opening. Is there
And
any like ladder or any like obvious like landing area, or is it just?
no, there's a ladder that goes down, but you're not really sure how far it goes down at this point because it's so dark.
I go ahead and take a single copper piece, cast light on it. Actually,
Yeet it down the hole.
I'm not sure if I want to throw this down just yet. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to it and wait until we have everybody gathered and ready.
Okay. So at this point, anybody who had managed to get out and escape the kind of funneling towards the double doors down the long corridor, not really sure if those were the people who ingested the drink or who had not ingested the drink, because there was quite a few people, or not, I wouldn't say quite a few, but there's several people who didn't ingest the drink. So you're not really sure who has escaped and who hasn't at this point. But a large majority of the Daewon Initiative is dead, along with the council members. And the last words of Leonid Whitecenter was, "I shall be the sole proprietor."
Gotta go down the hole.
Yeah. Actually.
Okay, going down the hole we go.
Who goes first?
I look at the dwarf.
Fuck. Fine. I go down the hole.
And as
Ryan, before I go down, I'm gonna cast aphotic shield on myself. It can absorb like a d6 plus my wisdom modifier worth of damage. So let's find out.
okay,
5 damage
okay,
in case some shit triggers and damages me. Then I go down.
okay. Gregor, it is a pretty tight fit for you.
Yeah, I would guess.
Being a dwarf as you are in your armor. But you managed to get down. Anybody who's following behind?
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
And then I'll go last.
Both of you two, being the stature that you guys are, make it through no problem. Aurelius, however, as which one's the last one to descend?
Aurelius.
Well, before Aurelius. Aurelius just tells you guys, "Hey, I don't think I can make it down here. I'm just simply too large."
Basic.
So
Basic's the last one. Besides
Aurelius is too large to fit. He's not
Alright,
going to be able to
then
come with you.
We'll leave Aurelius behind for the moment, then I guess.
Let's go.
As you make your descent, Gregor, you follow a ladder down a good probably 25 feet, 30 feet, so quite a ways, until your foot sets foot on dirt.
Foot sets.
Soil, yeah. Your feet set foot on what appear to be damp soil.
Foot set feet? Alright.
Howdy.
Hello.
Nickelback.
We went down a hole. A very
Good.
deep hole.
Yeah,
Fit down.
Is there any other kind?
what?
There's shallow holes.
Huh?
Bigger holes.
They found
It's
a
gonna fit
loose
now.
tile under the council desk, and they've all made their way down. However, you are too large to fit, so I don't know what you want to do, but you're unable to go down this hole with them. This ladder, I guess, where they think Leonid had went.
Smash it open.
I don't even know.
So you
I
could,
think I'd be able to break it open.
yeah, it's carved out by earth, soil.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
I'll just stay up here and investigate the rest of this base camp. See if I can find anything useful, because I clearly ain't getting down there.
There's small holes, there's this hole, there's big holes, and then there's your mom.
anyways,
Just an asshole.
Anyways, as you guys make your descent, like I said, you set foot on the ground, and you're not really sure what's around you. If there's a corridor, you're in a giant room.
I do have dark vision.
I also have that coin I still have with the light cast on it. Just kind of carry it in the palm of my hand.
Okay. As Gildroy casts light on his coin, which you casted it, right? Just want to make sure.
I casted it before I entered into the hole. I was going to drop it down.
Decided not to.
But I decided against that.
So you don't have a lit coin in your palm right now?
No, he does.
Well, it stays lit for 10 minutes per level, so however many minutes minus it got down the letter to...
And we're level 3, so
it's
30
less than
minutes.
30 minutes, basically, at this point.
Okay. I just need to know if you have it on or not.
I have it on.
Okay.
On me, in my palm
So
of my hand.
that greatly helps your dark vision rep. Anybody else who has dark vision, which I believe Cody does, and you're a human, so I don't think you do, basic.
No.
But we can see real far now.
Yeah. Well, it greatly helps you because there is pretty much little to no light down here, and so dark vision, well, you can see further than what you normally would if you didn't have dark vision. It's still pretty dark down here. And what you see is a small circular room. I mean, not much longer than holding your arms out to the side. And there's a corridor that kind of, you can see, leads down and kind of makes its way to the left. Everything around you is just soil. Like, it's just, either hardened stone.
It's earthworks.
Yeah. So.
Let's keep going. We don't have a choice.
Okay. Keeping on, pressing on down this journey down this corridor, you come upon a little bit of light actually begins to trickle at the end of a tunnel. And as you move to the left, what?
It just tells me where. Instead of doing a search check, I have a spell, Detect Secret Door.
Yeah, we'll talk about.
I don't have dark vision, by the way.
Oh, you don't have dark? I thought you were an elf.
No, I'm a human.
Oh, you are a human. I always fuck that up. We'll talk about that spell later, Rep, because I'm not sure if it's like, I don't know. I'll read that later. But anyways, Gregor, as you make your way to the left, you met with another kind of small corridor. It goes down just a little bit, but this one turns to the right, and as you see the bend in the corridor, a little bit of light trickles through at the end, and as you keep pressing on, the light grows and grows until eventually everybody else sees. Everybody make a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Oh shit! That lightning. Stealth.
Sneaky, sneak.
Sneak.
As I notice the light, I know this is kind of late for me saying this, but as I notice the light, I'm going to go ahead and close my palm on the coin. I'm not sure if you'd give me any bonuses to that. So.
Oh, no, yeah, you're good. I kind of skipped through until you guys saw it, so if you want to close the palm on the coin but as you see the light, that's fine.
Alright, I got a 4 total.
Okay.
For what?
You can see stealth on here.
There's a hide and then there's a move silently or something like that.
Yeah, move silently. Sorry, fuck. This is 3.5 though, right?
Yeah.
From what I remember.
You would
Pathfinder had
homebrew it.
stealth, but they did a lot of condensing on some skills, so.
I just remember stealth being in 3.5.
Yeah, that's because you had made it like that. You had said that there is no move silently or.
Really? Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
Okay, I got a 4.
17.
I'm wearing very heavy armor.
Okay. Nick? Oh wait, no, he's not down there. Never mind. Brain fart.
Doesn't matter.
As you guys make your way, peering through, getting to the very crest of where the light begins to bend around the corridor, Gregor, you kind of peer a little bit over and kind of stick your left eye out, and what appears to be a small study, lit only by candles, comes into view. There's a small kind of rectangular table in the middle, with various papers, dimly lit by candles, but there doesn't appear to be anybody in there currently.
Okay. So I don't see anyone.
No.
Detect secret door.
Okay. As you,
I'll look up the exact.
well, I'll just tell you, because as you cast the essence out over the room from where you are, if there would be anybody in here, they would be able to slightly detect that, depending on how magical they were. But you don't detect any secret doors in this room.
Yeah, first round presence or absence, second round number of secret doors and the location of each. That's it.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says can detect secret doors, compartments, caches, and so forth. So I think it still would have. It says only passages, doors, or openings that have specifically constructed to escape detection are detected by this spell. So if that tunnel was made to not be detected, it would have detected.
Okay.
Basically.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
Are you making
Where
your
the
way
hell
into the
did he
room?
go?
Are you making your way into the room? Because everybody else is kind of standing behind you, and you're kind of just sitting there.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick detect magic real quick before we enter, and just see if I can see anything through the door here.
Well, you're not seeing the door. It's only Gregor seeing the door because it kind of bends
Well,
around. So
Yeah.
I go.
I guess when I get into position.
I'm thinking about homebrewing detect magic as being a line of sight thing. 'Cause I don't feel
Yeah.
like you can do it.
It's like a cone.
Yeah.
You can go through some material, but like if you got like like a foot of dirt or something like that, then it's completely blocked.
It's
So
it's 3 feet of dirt, a foot of stone, an inch of metal.
Yeah, it'll be a little over 3 feet. So you're not currently able to detect magic. Actually, like I said, you two are you three, I guess. Well, because Aurelia is technically there, but we'll just you guys are behind Gregor, and you're not really sure. I mean, you see that he casted a spell, but
yeah.
I'm going, by the way, Ryan. I'm going to the door.
okay. I'm guessing everybody else follows suit.
Yes.
Coming into the small room as things appear to get brighter as you come closer to the candlelit, you don't see much but that rectangular table, some documents, a couple books, but nothing too crazy. It just seems to be a small room, and in the corner, in the leftmost corner, there appears to be another ladder going up.
Okay. Going up.
Going up.
Oh.
I go ahead and cast detect magic within this little study here. See if there's anything interesting that I could pick up on.
Okay. As you cast the magical aura out from your fingertips, reaching out to all the ends of the rooms, the ceiling and the floor and everything, and even kind of going within the dirt just a little bit. No magic appears to be present in this area.
Alright. And the spell then.
Nick, what are you doing up on the council stage?
Let me see, I'm just testing.
You're what?
Just looking for clues.
To what? Like, where are you looking?
Yeah, throughout the whole compound, not necessarily just in this room.
So you're just kind of perusing and walking pretty much through the temple?
Keeping guard of this little hole, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing in particular. It is really the most I can do at the moment.
Making sure no one gank us.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much.
What is your guys' current course of action now being in the room?
I'm going up the ladder.
Well, did Basic didn't detect any magic?
I didn't
No.
detect anything.
Up the ladder.
I'm gonna take a moment to look around the study. Is there any like books or anything like that?
There's a couple books, just books that relate to symbology magic and different spells relating to trickery, I guess, would be a... I forget what
I
school
guess
of
I'll
magic
go
is.
ahead and take some of those books. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I'll just take those ones related to trickery then.
All right, so it'd be the School of Illusion. So you find a book on illusionary school of magic, the basics, and then symbology.
All right.
What was that, Nick? I heard you say something.
Sorry, I was talking to Megan.
Oh, okay. So,
A little bit sprier than me should go up this ladder first.
well, Elowin has already been making her way up the ladder.
Oh, good.
And
I'll go next then.
You rise probably about 35, 40 feet until you come to the top. It's very, very dimly lit. You can see cracks of light peering around the kind of square edges. And as you begin to push up, sunlight beams into your eyes as you're met with the outside world of the Feywild. Probably just outside the temple in the forest. It just appears to be a hole that was built there for, escaping the temple in events of a war or anything. I mean, everything around you was pretty old, so this is a very, very old, I guess, escape tunnel built by the church.
Oh.
And as you guys are looking up, as Elwin's at the top, you see her kind of move this giant, whatever it is, like just door with rocks and dirt over it, and sunlight begins to peer down through the tunnel as you guys are able to see the sky of the Feywild above
Trap
you.
door?
It's not a trap door, it's a secret door. It'd be a fucking
Hatch?
hidden door. Yeah, like a hatch. Regardless, it's a hole in the ground.
That rat's trying to escape.
I'm not sure if I mentioned I headed up the ladder, but
You were last, yeah.
yeah. Because at this point he's lost.
Can I do a knowledge nature, Ryan, to see if I can tell which way he went?
No.
Okay. What do you think?
Let's see here. I do not have survival, generally. I'm gonna go ahead and go back down the ladder to go take a more in-depth perusal of.
Did everybody explode from the? Is everybody on top? Because Elowin was first. She didn't. Cody, you didn't say that you had actually got out, so you get none of you were at top.
I got it. I'm trying to get out.
Okay, so you get up.
Sorry, just real quick. If you guys ask me something, I don't say it. I'm probably just disconnecting. My phone is having really bad connection to my Wi-Fi at the moment,
It's all good, bro.
so I'm probably just in limbo.
It's all good.
Yeah.
If anything, just type on the fucking in Roll20.
Yeah, definitely.
Did anyone come up with me?
I'm guessing everybody exploded out from the hatch just like you. So we'll just say that everybody's on top right now,
Survival,
looking
Ryan?
around. I wouldn't even say a survival check. If it was anything. Let me see your character sheet. If it was anything, it may be.
Sorry.
Decipher script. No.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I don't even know. what it would be.
As far as I'm familiar with, survival would probably be like the closest thing.
Survival is like tracking things.
Okay. Well, we'll go with survival then, because I think that makes sense. I think we've done that before.
$21.
Doing a quick peek around the general area, and the area going away from the Temple of Shar. You do your best to kind of study the ground and any imprints you might see, and you see a couple animal tracks here and there, and then what appear to be footsteps kind of leading off into the further end of the forest. But after that, after probably around 15-20 feet, you lose tracks.
Yeah.
So you know what direction
He went.
he possibly would have went?
Do I know what is in that if there is anything in that direction? Like knowledge, no, knowledge won't. Well, I have knowledge planes. That won't really help, probably.
Well, I mean, you guys also have the map of the Feywild, so...
That too. That's what I was kind of thinking, but I was like, I don't know if it would have that precise information, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the direction that the footsteps seem to go is west of Kine.
So like towards the city.
West of Kine in the mountains. Or sorry, no. Yeah, west.
Into the mountains he went.
I got an idea. Why don't we go to that city, try our best.
No, we're in the city. He went from the city into the mountains.
No, he's talking about...
Oh. I thought we were outside in like the forest, right? So...
The Temple of Shar is located kind of on the outskirts of the town of Kine, sort of. But I wouldn't say you guys were outside of the town.
Okay. So we're in the outskirts. But he went into the mountains. Alright.
Yeah, he went towards the direction of the mountains, apparently.
Shit.
We'll never be able to find him like this.
I'll let you guys peruse your actions. I need to use the restroom real quick, so think about what you guys want to do. I will be right back.
All I could think of is reporting back to Helix.
Yeah, you call it a loss here. Because...
I may be good at finding things, but I won't be able to find him.
Yeah, the only thing he was tied to was that Daewin initiative. And if most of them just got murdered by drinking poison.
Also, I was right. I just needed to say that.
Then there's nothing we can do. You understand? I was going to suggest we somehow get in, make it not seem like us or something. But if the whole organization he is tied to is gone, yeah.
Except for like 5 people or something.
Yeah, you're not getting back to him. You might want to just talk to your boss.
The only thing I can really think of. What do you think, Gilderoy?
Thinking about if he's not going into the mountains. Is there a passage?
Basically, he is going into the mountains.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
But
But is there something inside the mountains, or is there a passage that would lead through them?
No one knows.
No one knows?
You don't know.
We could try to convince certain people in the town.
But they probably don't know anything about the Daewin Initiative. I would assume that this is probably a secret headquarters.
Yeah.
Considering how powerful the artifact they're searching for is, you would really want to advertise that sort of thing.
Well, yeah, maybe advertising it would just draw more attention. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead, go back down the ladder, and take a more in-depth look at that study.
Ryan's not here.
I'm right here.
Ryan is literally right there. Do you not?
No, he's back now.
I've been back.
I wasn't looking at the video. I've been distracted looking at the
It's all good.
map,
All good.
trying to think about what to do.
As Gilderoy makes his way back down the hole, as you look upon this study is an overstatement for this sort of small room.
Cellar.
Yeah, this small cellar. Like I had said before, it looks to be some sort of escape room built by the church, and so inside is nothing more than what appear like just shelves and stuff, maybe to stock some canned goods and food in order to wait out something.
Right. I go ahead and take a quick look through that illusion book that I picked up.
Okay.
And is it literally just over the basics of magic, or is there any information on spells I can pick up there?
I mean, yes, there's a lot of shit on spells. It is just a regular basic School of Illusion magic book to kind of study or to brush up on, if need be. But there's nothing really that stands out to you. If that's what you mean.
All right. I guess I'll go ahead and put that book back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and look at the index of the symbology book, just to give us a better idea of our surroundings.
Okay. Theres various chapters relating to symbology when it comes to magic, and then symbology when it comes to various organizations throughout the Feywild, and some even kind of bleeding over into the material plane. But it's mainly used as a guide if you come across a rune or something and you don't quite know what it is, to maybe check with the book and see if it has any information regarding that.
All right, I'll go ahead and keep that book.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I'll go ahead and take a look out into the tunnel. I know that the direction that we just came from, but does the tunnel go any further, or?
No, it goes to that room and then leads up.
All right. I go ahead and go to regroup then. Make my way back up to the ladder.
Is going back to Felix.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes. What?
Hello.
Oh, someone disconnected.
Okay. I'm back on my computer.
Nick, perusing the various rooms of the Temple of Shar, you come to what appears to be a room dedicated to like a small library. And from your knowledge, just a bit, the way it looks would maybe be a council member's I guess stateroom, study, whatever. And through this long period of time of the rest of the party making their way through the tunnel, reading over the books and kind of trying to track them down through the study, in your venture, you do find a piece of parchment amongst many different books and documents. And as you look upon it, one name stands out to you, and that name is Felix Thibodeau. And it kind of catches your eye as you're glancing through these documents, but it appears to be a written statement to the Daewin Initiative regarding the Worldhammer. and it basically states that it's written to the Daewoo Initiative from Felix, stating that they have similar goals in mind, and they're both searching for the Worldhammer, and Felix is trying, not necessarily pleading, but trying to
Get their help.
figure out a way that to get their help and try to figure out a means to I forget the word I'm looking for, but if one person was to find it, how would the other faction react?
Yeah.
And try to come to a consensus about what to do in the event that this item is found.
Okay.
You're not able to tell how old it is, but
Okay. But it's basically just proves that they've had contact before.
it proves that Felix attempted contact, not necessarily that Felix
That's
received
true.
anything.
Yep. Okay, I'll hold on to it. I'll pocket it for now.
Okay.
Nothing else of note on here. It's just basically
As of right now, no. That is what you've come to find in the 25, 30-ish minutes that the party has been down in the hole.
mm-hmm.
In the
Okay.
hole.
Yeah, I'll pocket it for now to show everybody else later and continue look around.
We should probably head back to Aurelius.
Yes.
Okay. Making your way
Before we decide to go back to the prime material without him.
making your way around the Temple of Shar, kind of going back in.
Because that would be pretty rude.
Yeah, making your way through the front double doors, you're met with bodies laying on the ground as you try to walk over them and kind of crawl over them and try to get to the cathedral room. Aurelius is nowhere in sight at the current moment, but as you're kind of taking in what just happened here, Aurelius in due time does make his way back to the cathedral room and is met up with you guys as well. So you're all in the same room, and everything that's happened has happened so far. Nothing
He's
new.
gone, Aurelius.
I pull out the note and hand it to whoever's closest. It appears that Felix had attempted contact and had the same questions that we did when these guys asked us to help them.
Well, didn't Felix kind of direct us towards this organization? Ryan?
I don't.
No.
I didn't think so.
No?
No. Aurelius, you do happen to find another thing I did forget to mention. It was a small document. I would say small document, but it's a very brief description of the Worldhammer and what it means to wield it and how to use it. However, you didn't spend as much time looking it over, but I would assume you pocketed it by now.
Yeah. The description it gives, does it match what was tossed into the air?
1 second. Yeah?
Yes and no. So the description of how it looks. So it looked like it.
Honey mustard.
So it looks like it, but however, unfortunately, it doesn't have any sort of description of it being made of glass.
Okay.
So it from what you can
That
recall,
wasn't right.
it did look like a replica or indeed a fake.
Mm-hmm.
Gregor, I think a better question would not be whether what's his name? Felix sent us, or if he sent us to contact this group. It's the better question would be, why hasn't he?
Well, probably
If he
because he
didn't.
didn't get a response back.
Yeah, but wouldn't that give him more incentive to like have us go find these people? Why?
Well, obviously not. If they don't respond back, why would you assume that they have positive intentions towards you?
It's
Like,
just maybe see what's going on.
Sure, we have the same goal. But maybe they plan to use the Worldhammer for world domination or something. So obviously Felix wouldn't be like, hey guys, go talk to the guys that are looking for the thing we're looking for, but are planning to use it to take over the
Or
world.
at least tell us to like investigate them or something. You know what I mean? Like, isn't it just a little odd?
Perhaps.
Don't you think? It's a little strange, just a little strange. Can you at least give me that? Just...
Perhaps.
Okay.
Maybe that's why he sent us after this. Holy cow! This artifact first was because maybe he knew who had it or who could have it. As to why he didn't, tell us about them in the first place, maybe he didn't send that letter out until afterwards. It's not dated, so we really don't know when this contact was attempted to be made.
That's true.
And
that is
we
true.
we all will know that time does pass differently here.
That is fair. Yeah.
So while yes, it
Maybe
is
you just send
strange,
it after.
yeah, exactly. It is strange. It may just be due to the time difference and
That is true.
a number of different things.
That could just be a factor. Maybe I'm just jumping again.
That being said, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't keep that in mind.
Of
Yeah.
course.
So if we go back to talk with them, I'm just saying, yeah, keep that in mind. But
It's really the only choice we have at this point.
I then bring up the other note, or the description basically of it.
The description was in this context. You do remember Magnus Razi explaining what the Worldhammer looked like. It was basically like a 4-foot long
Globe on a stick.
globe on a stick. I believe it was made of some sort of metal, and if I'm not mistaken, it could be gold. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure on that. Don't quote me on that. But the description matches what Magnus Razi had told you guys, and its usage. It doesn't go super into depth, but it does explain that through the usage of this, it basically attunes to a person, but that person has to make a sacrifice of his one of his own blood.
So that's what he was doing with this. Murdering all these people, probably.
Oh,
Well, the context quoted is a sacrifice. What I wrote down.
I think what it means
Of
by
your
of his
own
own
blood.
blood, it means probably a child or a family member or himself,
We don't know.
Unless it
that
could mean.
that being said,
This is another reason why we need to talk to Felix.
I don't think that was the real one, because if it was, it doesn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the Worldhammer give you the ability to kind of control people?
Yes.
If he had that ability, why if he had the artifact, he had that ability, why the hell would he just kill all these people? Why wouldn't he just control them?
I don't
That
know.
seems like a waste of resources.
The line was sacrifice one of your own blood or sacrifice your own blood?
One of your own blood.
Sacrifice one of your own blood.
What was the line, Ryan?
One of your own blood.
One of your own blood. All right, then.
But like I said, this message doesn't quite go into
Love you.
that much of context, explaining how to use it and
Yeah.
how to wield it. So
I was thinking for a moment that he would have to somehow become a lich and whatnot and, well, sacrificing your own blood. But in this case, it's one of, so
That's highly unlikely.
nobody really knows how to turn into a lich.
And we also know that there are people that are alive who've used the Warhammer before.
Yeah.
All right, we have to go back to Felix.
Yes.
Bibbidi, bobbidi, boom.
That's the word.
Yep.
Okay. So let's move
Gate.
as you cast the plane shift spell. That's not gate, but it's basically gate.
Bippity boppity, get the fuck out of here.
Interdimensional gate.
We're going to archive.
As you
Map
cast
of
Ryan's
Mirrodin.
plot device to get us to and from.
I cast plot device. That's supposed to make me invincible, right? No, that's plot armor.
I cast convenient story item. So where the fuck is Felix again? I don't remember where the fuck we are actually on the Prime Material plane.
North Crest. Let me try to find the fucking. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
I'll make it big.
That's a big marker.
Yeah. You guys, you cast the gate, the portal, and if you remember correctly, it creates this kind of like icy blue aura, and it's about 10 foot by 10 foot. As you come, as you all make your way through the portal, back to the. I guess where would you want to go? Where are you casting this location to exactly?
I want to go back to Felix's office.
Okay.
I don't want people.
Okay. Casting through, you step through the gate back into Felix Thibodeau's office, which, like, if you guys don't remember, it's basically marble flooring with kind of 2 levels to it, and like the main entrance as you come in, it's this large room, and then it kind of steps down into a smaller sort of platform, and then there's like windows lining the entire room, and this is in the great big statue of the Elven Man in the city. So like this building is way high up. And these windows, as you peering are looking over the city, and it does appear to be close to dusk. As you guys step through, admiring or looking upon everything along the walls, the door opens.
Felix.
And shuts, and Felix is standing there. Back so soon, are you?
There's been trouble.
Well, it seems you're all here.
The Daewin Initiative. We encountered them in the Feywild.
So you must have come to the same conclusions I've came to.
Well, we've come to a few things. They're almost all dead. Leonid Whitesunder, who was their leader, poisoned wine and killed almost all of them. After shattering a fake Worldhammer that they'd said that they'd found in the Feydark, and then proceeded to escape out into the mountains behind Kine. And we have no fucking clue where he is.
So Leonid Whitesunder, you believe he has the Worldhammer?
Yeah, he did say, I will become the sole proprietor. I would assume that he means of the Worldhammer.
Felix,
Yes.
I have to ask you. If I start naming numbers to you, 1, 6, 13, 76, 4, are these starting to mean anything to you?
Sounds like a code of some sort, maybe. Why? Why do these numbers mean anything to you?
And I pull out a letter from my bag. And I'll say, I believe a man that was hanged in Del Riven. These were notes of his.
Felix, what do we do?
And the notes that I put away earlier that I did not show the party, I had to Felix.
He looks over the scroll. 1, 6, 13, 76, 4.
I have some of Pharaon's notes as well that I don't know if they'll help, but I'll hand them to him.
There are what appears to be intentional patterns among the numbers, whether they be words or letters, I do not know. A cryptic message of sorts.
Do you know anyone that can decipher this kind of
You
thing?
have a code breaker, don't we?
Perhaps it's more simpler than that.
Could they be coordinates?
Coordinates this long?
That's too many numbers.
It's way too many.
How many numbers was it? Was it 6?
Would you like to show the rest of the party?
Yeah, a lot
Well, you
more.
read it out loud.
Well, the only part.
But Felix read the numbers out loud.
Yeah, but does everybody see on Roll20?
Where are the numbers at?
I do not.
You're not showing it to us.
It's not up on screen, and
It's not one of the quests, right? It should be one of the quest items.
No, I mean it should be like up on the screen.
Oh no, I don't
It's
see it.
Not.
yeah.
Go to players. The fuck? Okay. Let me just put it in your guys' journals.
I believe he was babbling something on about the Worldhammer.
Pharaon's notes.
I'll go ahead and put Aurelius. The rest of his notes are in your possession. So if you would like to take those out and then kind of like let everybody else see as well, I will make them visible to everybody else as well.
Yeah, that's
Me?
fine.
Okay,
Yes.
no hits.
I mean, it's completely up to you if you want to take them out and show everybody.
Oh, Aurelius nuts. Okay, I thought you were talking.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
I
that's
was going to pull them out to show. I mean, I had already talked to everybody about them anyway, but that's fine. I was going to show Felix them as well in case they helped at all because they do talk about some pretty strange things.
Okay.
Ryan,
Yes.
I'll also let him know that we know the Day One Initiative at least got his letter that he'd sent. And I'll pull it out and hand it to him because it was at their headquarters.
Okay.
I don't know if he got any information back from them.
Yeah. There's a lot of things coming on Felix Thibodeau right now. I'm gonna try to address all of them. So.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just throw papers at him until he answers.
Dude, literally, all this information you guys have gathered, it's like, what?
If we do good.
Let's try to focus on one. Felix says, okay. Let's try to focus on one thing at a time.
I'll look at these
Get a
notes.
drink.
Give me a second.
Okay.
What languages are speaking in the Feywild that I know of, with my knowledge?
Common, Fey, which is among like fairies and stuff like that, and then, Elvish, but it's a dialect of the Feywild. So there's some similar words, but a person who speaks Elvish could probably interpret or at least have a good understanding of what's going on. If you know.
Okay. Do I know any languages that have enough symbols or letters to make it up to? I think it's 74 is the highest on the.
36 is the highest.
No.
It's the third number, or fourth.
No.
It's 76.
No, common is you're strictly, English 25-letter alphabet. And the rest are, sort of in between 30, 40-ish. Nothing too crazy like 76.
Well, damn! There goes the easy option. Huh. What kind of is there any kind of check I could do to help me out here? Like a knowledge check or like.
You could try.
What do you want me to roll? Gather information.
Gather information.
-1. Well, gather information's like talking to people and shit.
Just make it gather information.
Okay, it's a charisma-based check
Yeah.
instead of an intelligence-based check.
Well, shit. Just do it. Add your intelligence modifier besides your charisma.
Alright, what happened?
Nat 20.
So Gregor is trying to come up with anything regarding how to decipher this code or whatever. Gregor, so you know, with a natural 20, you know that there are no letters in any sort of language, at least to your knowledge, that leads up to 76. However, based on the repetitiveness and the pattern, doesn't necessarily mean that this could be totally confined within an alphabet.
So it's like letters and numbers. It could be. So do I know of any languages? So, are there any languages I know where the symbols and the numbers 1 through 10 would be enough to get up to 76?
No, not that high. But Ferran's notes, based on this sort of cryptic message he might have left, could be related to Ferran directly, and something that he would be able to
Read.
Yes.
But he's gone.
Well, I'm not saying that like only he could decipher. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that like something for a layman to kind of like put together really quick in the event of.
Could you translate this first one? I can't quite.
Ferran's notes. So just Ferran's notes.
Yeah.
I mean, I could read it out loud.
Potatoes and cabbages for lunch.
As Rap kind of works on that, does anybody else want to like move on with Felix with something else, or do you want to focus on this, or?
I just kind of want to hear what he has to say with all the information that he's been given. So just whatever info or whatever his response would have been.
Okay. Based on this piece of parchment with these numbers and such, I do believe it is based on the pattern, a cryptic message of sorts that you should be able to decipher, relating the numbers to something, whether that be a word or a letter. Now, on the topic of the Daewin Initiative, something that I did not disclose that you could maybe argue that I should have in the beginning was that, yes, I did know the plot to steal the Worldhammer long, long ago. However, when you and your party had came to me several weeks ago, I did not know how well you guys would do, nor how much I could trust you. This being your first venture out, especially out of the material plane. It was more so of a test to come to the same conclusion that maybe I would have come to if I would have done the journey myself. Has the Daewin Initiative always been there? It's been there for quite some time, but I never got any confirmed reports that they were anywhere close to finding the Worldhammer. So to set you off, to set you off on this journey to figure out where the Worldhammer was in the Feywild, if you had come to the same conclusions that I came to, that being the Daewin Initiative did no more than what was being told to everybody else, then maybe it was in fact true.
I'm going to take this opportunity to mention the City of Glass, because I don't think we've mentioned that at this point.
Okay.
We were told by a Maester Nim in the Feywild that the Worldhammer resided within the City of Glass in the Feydark.
Okay.
And the entrance is hidden somewhere in the... What was the name of the forest, Ryan?
Ellingburn?
The Ellingburn Forest. But since we were invited by the Daywin Initiative to their meeting, we never really had the opportunity to investigate.
Well, based on what has happened recently and your latest bit of information, the Worldhammer resides with Leonid Whitesunder, right?
As far as we're aware. Based off of how he's acting.
So while this place, this City of Glass in the Feydark, is possibly a good spot to scout and, gather more information, I would say let's focus on where the Worldhammer is right now. Or at least where we believe it to be. You can choose to venture there and get more information to see what you can find, but...
There's no leads there anymore, so there's really no point in going back there if we know it's not there.
Ryan, how many kings of Feywin have there been?
Quite a lot. Feywin is one of the oldest cities in the Feywild.
Like, there have been 76 kings?
No.
Damn.
At least to your knowledge.
See, the idea there was, if there's been 76 kings, each corresponds to the first letter of their name. That way it would allow him to use the same letter multiple times.
Well, keep in mind that the current king of Feywin is King Hiatus III, and based on Ferran's notes, especially in the first one, or is it the first one or the second one, he does mention King Hiatus I, who had a very early death.
But that's just the first of his name.
Yeah, correct.
So, who knows?
I'll let you mull it over. I gotta use the restroom real quick. Sorry, I'm drinking a lot of water to kind of make sure my voice doesn't get fucking insane at the end.
So wait, right now, Daywin has the Worldhammer?
We think.
Didn't he just have it at that meeting?
That was a fake one. 1 second.
And who threw that? Who threw that? Was that Daywin?
Yeah.
Okay. Here I come.
It wasn't that you're thinking of.
Isn't that
Yeah.
no? Wasn't that Leonid Whitesunder?
Yeah, Leonid Whitesunder is the one that threw it up in the air. He's the one that we think has it.
Yeah.
But we believe. I think that was a fake because nothing.
So
no
what's
description.
with Daywin then, other than Leonid
That's-
Whitesunder being?
That's just the name. That's just the name of the organization.
Okay. That's what I thought.
It was named after somebody, but
Lord
that
Daywin.
person.
Yeah.
Yes, but that person is not around anymore,
That's right. Okay.
to my knowledge.
Yes, you are correct.
Alright.
Wait. So then the only person we knew that was connected directly was what's that guy's name? Fuck. Magnus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where is he now?
No. Magnus was that was the guy that was tied to the assassins, right?
Yeah, Leonid Whitesunder.
What? Leonid was. Oh wait. You know what? Never mind. I was. My mind was working backwards.
if Leonid Whitesunder is the head of the assassination group, right? And
No. The Daywind Initiative isn't the Assassins group. You're thinking of the Talons of St. Lawrence.
The Talons of St. Lawrence operate on the material plane to kind of bring everything together. So there was a plot to steal the Worldhammer from the material plane long ago, like 70 years ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
Leonid Whitesunder, I believe, if I check my notes quickly, he was the head of that operation.
Yes.
The same operation that Zypher Ryold, aka Magnus Razi, was a part of, Duramir Kekarov, and I think that's everybody that you know of currently. So those two were a part of an operation headed by Leonid Whitesunder, all a part of the Towns of St. Lawrence to try to steal the Worldhammer from Jericho, from the current king of Jericho at the time.
Oh, okay.
But that operation fell through, and a lot of them were banished to the Feywild.
Because I don't know what you guys want to do. But, I was just saying, like,
Felix does speak up. He says, "If you do believe Leonid is now in possession of the Worldhammer, I may know a location of where he might be."
Yeah, that would be our best lead.
Long ago, when the Daewin Initiative and I's conversations first started to spark up, where I found out that we both had similar goals in mind, I had met with Leonid Whitesunder in the Feywild, in a small location in the mountains just outside Kine, a place that he deemed safe and private. Very small plot of land he had owned, however, it was indeed safe and private from the rest of the prying eyes of the cities and towns around him. If there was a place that he was going, besides Kine, and besides the temple, I would suggest searching there.
You able to mark it on our maps?
If you follow west of the Temple of Shar, up the mountain, there will be a path. Follow that path until you get to the rock that looks like a nose. Follow that north several miles. The path will eventually lead off into forest. Maintain that same bearing, and you will come upon his lodge. But be careful, though. Those forests are easy to get trapped in.
Okay, give me 1 sec. I want to write all this down. Where the fuck are my notes? Ah, here we go. Okay. So, west of the temple, correct?
Yes. He basically said, west of the temple, follow the path up to the mountain until you find the rock, or the boulder that looks like a nose, and then take that north still, and it'll just come to a straight forest eventually. Just maintain your bearing afterwards, and you'll come upon the lodge. It's fairly high up on the mountain, so it's quite a walk, but less than a day's.
Okay.
What's the plan? Just barge in and take it back?
Yeah, we're gonna break in. We're gonna punch him in the butt and get the fucking thing back.
I don't know if that's the
Your plans are up to you to decide.
way.
However, in the meantime, I've taken it upon myself to, I guess, help you guys out a little bit while you reside in the material plane. There's a plot of land just outside the 2nd district of the city, along the outskirts, far away. At least far enough away for anybody in the city be wondering about. There lies a manor for you to stay, put all of your belongings in and kind of create yourself a small headquarters of yourself, if you so please.
That would actually be pretty handy.
Follow the gate out of the second district of the city. Maintain that path. Up along the hillside. As soon as you crest the hills, you shall see the manor. It's not hard to miss.
Boys, fucking headquarters. We've never had a headquarters before.
It's always been on the move.
I think this is the most based in a specific location we've ever been.
Yeah, based most in the location, but you guys have traveled to 2 different planes of existence already, and you're already level 3.
Yeah. Well,
I think
Ryan?
what he's trying to say is that we have somewhere to go back to without the fear of, immediately being stabbed.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
True. Okay, I'll give you that.
Get to the. I'm assuming we're going, right? We're all going to the.
We might as well get there and kind of, so we know where it's at and to kind of set up. Do we have keys to it? Does he give us keys?
Yeah, absolutely. He'll provide you with everything. If you do so, take it.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Felix.
Let me know if there are any amenities in order.
Of course. When we do get there, I'm assuming it's rather uneventful. I'm going to take some pretty serious time and pray to Agma. Hope and inspiration about this
Okay.
conundrum.
Okay.
He is a god of knowledge. So
No.
Are you searching for any sort of gain from this, or are you just praying just to pray?
I'm praying for enlightenment.
Okay.
That's it. Like something. I have no clue about this. What do you want me to roll?
So you're gaining. So you're praying for what exactly again? Sorry, say it again.
Enlightenment.
Enlightenment.
About this knowledge. I'm praying for knowledge.
What does that mean? What are you trying to gain?
I'm trying to solve this code.
Oh! You're calling upon your deity to help you with the code. Okay.
Yes.
I'm praying for learn.
Okay. Roll a is it knowledge religion? Religion? Yeah,
Yeah.
make a religion check.
Six.
Hell yeah.
As you put your mind and body and soul together, and you murmur underneath your breath, soft words to your deity.
Agma, please fucking help me. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing.
Nothing in turn is related back to you.
God damn it, I'm fucked. Fuck.
Okay, so what's the plan?
We're gonna head to this manor and kind of set up and then leave.
Alright.
I need to find someone to see if they can help us with this code.
I'm saying, like, once we get there and stuff. Yeah, maybe we should figure out the code first.
Because
So
this
far,
is
I've counted. There's 19 unique numbers used here. Doesn't quite get to. There's 26 there in the lexicon. I'll go ahead and try to sort through this.
Good thing we brought Mr. Booksmarts.
Are you praying with me then, Basic?
No.
No, he doesn't, probably
I'm working.
I have
believe in all that mumbo jumbo.
Basic, because I have the paper.
Well, I also have the paper right here, so.
Wait, do you believe in all that mumbo jumbo?
I'll let people be wrong. How does that sound?
Hey, I like that. I like that.
So the current course of action is to go to the manor, explore, kind of prepare yourselves and plan strategy.
Yeah, probably get some rest and plan, and then head on out.
See if I can find someone who can have a chance of cracking this code.
Okay. So manor first, and then try to figure out the code.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to get a clear and concise, set of
Alright.
events.
Alright.
Because I'm going there to pray, and then we're gonna figure out the code.
Okay, it's totally up to you guys what you want to do. So, in light of the recent information, you guys make your way. It's still dusk outside. It's getting pretty dark. Within an hour, I would say the darkness would befall upon Northcrest. You make your way out of the building, and just to refresh your guys' memory on what it looks like, or like some scenery of Northcrest. Here was the small snippet I showed you guys. That right there is where Felix Thibodeau resides, at the top of that statue. And if I remember correctly, there's a history behind the man that stands on top of that statue, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, those are just.
I think he's one of the past kings or something. Or...
I think he was too. I think he held off like an invasion of something, but. But yeah, there's just a short kind of description and some pictures around the city.
Is it two of the same statue, or is it two different statues?
It's two of the same statue, just facing in different directions.
To the manor!
So fast forwarding a little bit, making your way through the second district and out of the
Making
city.
your way downtown, walking
The sun
fast.
has now set, and it's growing darker and darker. And as you make your way out of the city and walk a couple miles to the hillside, as you crest upon the top of the hill, you do see a large manor, probably about 1.5 miles away. Moving through the hills, you're not too far off from the city, but you make your way close by the manor, but the manor is kind of sitting on a small hill itself. You're making your way down the concrete. Up the small hill, you come to almost like a grand staircase, kind of moving up and to the left as you're met with the steps of the manor. And I will go ahead and transport you guys there now. And I'm revealing all of the manor to you now, so that I don't have to fuck around with fog of war and shit like that, because this is your place, this is your headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be here a lot.
Do with it as you please. If there are any amenities, like Felix said, go ahead and let him know. But
Holy fuck, it is blurry. Come on, roll
Give it
20.
time to load.
Fix your shit.
It is a very large image.
Oh damn! It's huge.
The shit's kidded.
Or is this?
Yeah, your kilobyte internet's cutting out, dude.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yes.
Is it? Okay, so it's floors, not... Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
asking.
Yeah, it's not 3 separate buildings.
What,
You
I'm
should
gonna
have
go check
control of
this
your
place out.
characters, so move where you would like.
Oh,
I
wow.
do not.
Tiny.
I do.
Some of you do, some of you don't. Let me kind of.
I do not have control over mine.
Not bad.
Oh, there we go.
I got you. Hold on one
Alright,
second.
so I went ahead and counted over the numbers. Odd numbers being the smaller group compared to the sum total. If we're to consider 6 vowels, for the amount of odd numbers there's a total of 7 odd numbers that are used repeatedly. So it's not a one-to-one translation from the common script.
Well, I'd come to that conclusion. I don't believe that it's any language. I don't even. I'm not
Unless
even aware of
they use a wraparound, but I don't think it would be that complex.
When I try to just my character.
Well, think about this too. It could be a language, but not every letter may be used.
No. Certainly not, considering that they skip quite a few between 1 and 76.
Yeah, like how exactly like well, I don't even
Maybe
mean that.
that's
Maybe the numbers
important.
are associated to something else, but like even
Basic?
if it is the
Hmm.
common script, how
Maybe-
often do you use the letter Z in your day-to-day sentences? Like
Of course.
it changes.
Xylophone.
So to kind of interrupt here, as you guys are making your way in, you all come through the double doors, and you're met with this this grand area with the staircase leading up or whatever. But there is an older gentleman, a male,
Alfred.
dressed in a dark suit,
I think his name's Philippe.
almost waiting for you guys, but peering through. I believe, Elowen, you're the one who stepped through first because I saw your character go through first. But in this event, he looks upon you and he says, "Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Director Parkley."
Who?
Fuck are you?
I give him a kind of a nod.
That's what I was getting.
Wait. Rap, you're not here. You're
No, I'm
wandering.
investigating the thing.
Yeah.
That's just what I was thinking. I was like, who the fuck is this?
I thought Rev was talking to me.
I
Yeah,
am the
no,
house
no.
servant.
Right.
Fantastic. We have a servant.
Like, what do you all do? Like,
I maintain the upkeep of this manor.
Well, I mean, he hasn't done a very good job.
Butler's gonna slap your ass.
It's good that he's not here.
that he's not here. Yeah.
He's done a very
Oh.
poor job.
My name is Aurelius
okay,
Grimnar.
cool. Nice
However-
to meet you. Yeah, names.
Yeah,
Elowen?
I was gonna say my name is Aurelius
Aurelius?
Grimnar. However, these lot tend to call me Marcus.
Pleasure. Sort out your rooms, explore, do what you like. If you need
Dibs
me.
on the room with the 9 beds.
You haven't seen it yet.
My bed has a catapult.
I want to ask him. Is there like a smithy in this manor, like for like weapon crafting, basically?
Let me check. I know there's some vacant rooms that you could probably make it be
'Cause-
one.
That's something that I'd be interested in taking on as my open profession.
You'd probably make one of like.
I mean, it could go outside too. That way, there's plenty
That's
of room.
kind of why I was investigating this place.
What
So-
place?
If there's
Oh.
not, that's what I'd be interested in doing.
Hope this isn't.
No, let's go up this.
I don't know if there's any designated place, but like whatever you want to go and kind of make your room and kind of like put it how you want, it'd be up to you.
Okay.
Basically, Felix is covering us. We're pretty. we want to do.
If you walk into any room, or if you have any questions on any particular room, I'll give you some guidance on what I've already predisposed it to be, but you can make it whatever you want.
Okay.
All right, Ryan. What's this?
This is the
That,
room that I filmed.
from your knowledge, as you're fairly intelligent, Gregor, that is normally the small shack of the house servant or the groundskeeper, to stay there to kind of be there 24/7 and for any sort of necessaries and needs.
Just called dibs on his room.
Boom. I'm inside.
And you must be
Gregor.
Gregor.
Have we met? Do I know this man?
Perhaps in the past, but pleasure's all mine. Please explore with your friends.
I've forgotten your name.
Director Parkley.
Parkling?
Parkley.
Parkley. Well, thank you.
Parkley.
Does this staircase that I'm on go all the way up? No. It goes over there.
Where are you
I
at?
see.
It's a big place.
I figured it out.
Okay.
Why is Pharaon's notes here? What the
I'm
fuck?
chilling in here, bro.
Feet up.
Hey,
Feet up.
hey. I'm going to start going around and looking for I'm gonna try to spend my time moving a bed into this room.
Are these secret doors? Or are these
By
secret
yourself.
doors, Ryan?
Hold on, hang on. There's a homie in there.
Is there a homie in there?
Yeah,
Oh,
hang on,
there's a homie.
Yeah, do you see him?
Ryan, are these secret doors?
Yes.
Investigate them.
Great.
There's a whole ass homie in one of them.
He's dead. A dead ass homie.
That is some secret fucking shit.
Uh,
That we can
Parkland,
completely see.
Director Parkland.
Parkley.
Alfred.
What happened? What happened over here?
Oh, this is a nice bed. I like this one.
Where-
Wait, no.
where are
I
you?
need to go match that purple couch.
He's not.
I called him through the door. I'm here.
Okay.
Could you come here?
And he eventually makes his way over to where you are.
What happened here?
The manor is going through current renovations right now.
Is there any signs that work's actually being done, Ryan?
Due to Felix Thibodeau's current situation, I would say no. But
What
this
is
isn't
that big?
this isn't completely broken off. Like this isn't exposed to the outside. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. I was like, bro, our whole ass manor is just open.
Is this like a fucking the area that Rap's at? Is that like a fucking dueling ring? What the hell is that?
Yes, basically, it's a sparring.
Sweet.
That's fucking.
Alright. Hey,
Excuse me. Parkley, do we have a library?
So,
We got a lot of beds.
I thought there was a library in here.
This kind of looks like a library, but I can't tell.
Where? That's what I thought the library was gonna be. So, if that is
We'll
gonna
just call it. And this can be like our meeting room, where we.
Those look like casks.
He's
you can
right.
make them whatever you
Oh,
want.
this is a library. Look at all the bookshelves.
That
Yeah.
does make more sense to be a library.
Okay. Well, yeah, you guys can go with
There
that.
we
So
go.
that's library.
Library.
The party room right here.
Yeah, that's our
How do you-
alcohol
how do you
stores for when
How
we
does-
need to go ham.
How does one ping?
Hold
Alright,
down
hold
left
down.
click.
Just hold click.
Ah, okay.
Yes, party room right here.
Yeah,
Oh.
definitely. There's a party room.
Ryan,
Somebody draw on the fucking.
I'm gonna be moving all this stuff in black to the rooms over here. like the bed in that room.
Cody's
No.
just taking over. He's like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
this doesn't
Like,
exactly
like-
match.
Okay, I mean, I can't.
Like,
These aren't
no, it doesn't
tokens.
matter. Yeah, this is true. I'm just saying. I imagine I'm moving all that fucking shit.
Good fucking luck, buddy.
Can you even get the bed through the
What's
door?
your Cody? What's your strength?
I'm going to
Fuck.
be spending a lot of time.
This is gonna take a while.
This is gonna take forever, but I'm doing it.
So while Cody's fucking around,
Nine!
Cody probably can't even move the bed. Just
got
the
this.
mattress. He probably can't
I-
move the mattress.
I've got-
I'll get the mattress and make it a pad
I'm gonna take this room right here in the middle.
if I can.
Okay, so you want to move the bed in there. You want to move the chair in here, right?
Yeah.
And then couch right here.
Yeah, like in here. Yeah.
But then what?
So wait,
What
hold
is this?
hold on.
What is this?
It don't matter. Well, more accidentally got created, but
There's 3 black boxes and 4 red boxes.
okay. Chair here. I'm thinking the bed goes like in here, like fits in here.
I'm gonna rip the
Okay.
chimney
Like
out.
right here, like along the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming that this is the
And
chimney.
then I'm like thinking the couch is gonna be like here,
Here.
like up here.
Oh, right there. So what's gonna be these
Yeah.
2 boxes?
Yeah, you've got an open box, buddy.
I didn't.
I didn't think I'd get
was
this far.
just marking the general location. I didn't like make it
I
actually.
didn't think that
fit
far
in.
ahead.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just saying like bed would be here, couch would be here,
Okay.
chair goes.
You know, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
You should be able to just like find generic tokens for this sort of stuff online.
I'll see what I can do, Cody. Okay.
And there should be like an already solved one. Yeah.
All right, I'm just investigating shit now, Ryan. Just
Okay.
like,
Director Parkley goes about his own business and kind of walks back, and goes about his business again because he does maintain certain shit around here. So,
Guys, I found the fucking club. All right.
Interesting.
So is this like a viewing area?
Oh, that's definitely a penis.
All right, I'm gonna go meet back with you guys.
God damn it, basic. So is this like a viewing area for the arena below?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's where the crowd would throw the tomatoes.
Wait.
I'm gonna go up to the First, actually, I think I'll investigate this garden.
Look, tomatoes.
What's the garden like, Ryan?
This is not so much a garden, but more so kind of a
A park? I guess.
It's more, yeah, I guess so. It's more so like a just kind of like chill area that you could, it's whatever you want to do with it, dude. It's
You
kinda
remember that episode of South Park where Cartman keeps taking people into that old man's backyard, talking about betrayal?
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
Don't fucking listen to him. He's gonna get you in this plan and talk about this shit. And fuck you.
Is this a
Fuck off
small
my lawn.
Is this another small library, Ryan?
Ping it.
That just looks like storage.
Ping it again. Where are you at?
First floor.
ground
First floor. Where?
Look for the green.
Oh, this?
Well, that's
That
obviously like
is-
cathedral type.
This?
thing.
This would be like a small storage area,
Okay.
shelves and such.
It seems like a good spot for us to hide stuff, in my opinion.
If you ever just want to draw dicks.
I'm gonna investigate the shit out of this library, Ryan.
Okay. There are a good amount of books in here, but a lot of room for improvement as far as stock.
Do I have access to like a library through like the church? I would assume so.
Libraries
knowledge.
regarding like religion, but not like a general knowledge that would house like a bunch of books.
I mean, but he's a god of knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking that it would make sense that we have a real library.
I mean, you wouldn't have a real library that you would always have access to, like this one.
No, but the church does.
Fuck.
I'm saying, right? I'm saying that the church has a library.
Hold on a second. I gotta fix this.
I'm a high priest.
This is so good.
Eat pee.
Bastard.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, nothing that would be readily available like this one.
I win. My words are the biggest.
Mine are the thickest.
Oh fuck.
I like how my token is just staring at basic.
Ryan, erase all the words and shit. Upstairs.
Oh, where the hell did I get? Oh no! Ah! I've been erased.
Yeah, that's what happens.
You just got switch boomed.
Ah, now I'm bigger.
Large and not in charge.
Stop, bitch.
I'm not doing anything. I promise.
Ah!
What the fuck? I'm gonna fog of war this shit, dude.
I'm done.
It'll
I'm
take
done.
me a year, but
I'll go back. in
Hey,
my
this is
room.
my room.
no,
What the fuck
Aurelia
out,
isn't
Cody?
here. No, Aurelia isn't here. This is her room.
Fuck. That's the room I wanted.
I'm going back to my penthouse.
No. I want the penthouse,
Yeah, I don't think you understand.
sir. Chubby Chase has currently rented out the penthouse.
I'm just gonna
Dude, this shit is fucking lit, dude.
while Element isn't paying attention and is somewhere over here, I'm just gonna go in and lock the door.
With what key?
We have keys.
Yeah, you think
the
you have
front door.
10,000 keys?
Yeah, there's quite
I
a few
would
rooms
assume-
here.
I would
That's
assume
why I'm
that
moving
we-
the
So,
shit.
okay, so there's a manual lock. There's a manual, I'll say there's a manual lock for the doors inside,
lock
which
it.
makes sense. So you can lock yourself inside, sure.
lock it. And I'm gonna take a nap.
My penthouse isn't here. All that furniture gone, boy.
You have 9 strength. You couldn't move any of it.
Yeah, you would not have been able to move it.
What about just a mattress off, like a pad? Like, fuck
You wanted to take just the mattress?
Yeah, I said just the mattress and I couldn't move the whole bed.
All right, you take the whole mattress. You sleep on the box. You sleep on the fucking. Where do you sleep? On the couch.
No, he takes the mattress in here and then he sleeps.
Yeah,
On
it's
the
just
mattress.
I think he's talking to you, Rap. You said you were gonna take a nap.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
Dillhole. What are you doing?
you're a dill hole.
You said you went in there and you're gonna take a nap, right? Well, the mattress isn't in there, so what are you sleeping on?
Cody just said that he took the mattress after I was already in there.
Whatever, dude. It's his shit.
Well, the plan was for this to be my room. I was actually looking at that one.
Yeah, you were looking at it, but Aurelia already went there.
A girl that we haven't heard talk in a million years, who never exists.
Well, she does exist, and she's still here. Shout out to Alex. All right, she's still alive. She's still here.
Give her one of the small ones. I wanted that one.
Aurelia is still a person. God damn it.
Fake ass person.
Fucking bot.
Fucking bot.
Am I right, boys?
I told you initially when you walked in. The guy told you call your bedrooms. All right.
I got
I'm already in my bed.
I got a clue.
I'm going to levitate menacingly outside the building.
I'm gonna shoot him down.
Fucking monster.
Get on the ballista. Hurry.
They're on the bottom floor. How could you hit me?
Oh, who said I was using the ballista?
That is kind of interesting. Why are the ballistas on the bottom floor?
I have a ballista in my room. I'm an edgy kid.
No, you don't, Cody.
Cody, you definitely don't.
No, not me. No.
Oh,
I
you don't
was
have
just,
anything. I
was
gotcha.
mocking the, yeah.
I'm caught up.
Yeah.
I don't want to just one of the shitty tiny rooms. God damn it!
Fine, you can take the bedroom. All right, you make a deal with Aurelia. All right.
Crap, there's another
Hell
bedroom
yeah.
that's decent size right up here.
Alright, so like, great idea. I just put fucking webbing everywhere, and then we just communicate to each other through the strings.
You can attach some cups to the end.
Well,
Yeah.
Cody, you could just run it through the fucking fucking what's it called?
The fireplace?
Yeah,
You think webbing's gonna last in the place where all of the hot is?
it's not on. There's no fire.
Is it possible to cast daze on myself?
Yeah, you can cast
see
any
why
spell
not.
on anyone.
Because I'm pretty sure I can knock myself out if I really wanted to.
KO.
No, it just loses in my next action.
So,
Knockout.
D&D, where you become the bandits. Hiding in the storage.
is there anything else you guys would like to do in this time?
Did I end up picking up a book on lycanthropy? I thought I did.
Is it in your inventory?
I'm checking.
I'm gonna go ahead and check the library to see if there's anything on cryptography or ciphers.
No, I did not. I'm going to go check.
Cody,
Yeah.
what happened to Kenny?
Kenny?
horse.
I'm pretty sure, didn't he die in the fucking the wolf attack?
Oh no, Kenny!
Did he?
I forgot about you.
That's right. What happened? Was that the horse that was talking to Rap?
Yeah.
Yes, in my mind.
Oh,
I
my
don't think
God.
I don't remember it dying. I just don't remember what happened to it.
Oh,
I think it
the
got
fucking stupid. Fuck.
it got set at a stable somewhere, and we clearly didn't go back for that before we left. We just teleported out.
Well,
Bye.
Your sentient horse is gone.
Ferran, did you guys teleport? Hey, you guys teleported to Kine.
Yep.
Gone.
Gone.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
I did. I have 3 books. I've got a book on the Nine Hells. I've got the Shadowfell book, and then the lycanthropy book.
I
Okay.
got a book about Feywild history.
If I'll make an index list of the books that you guys put in here if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna add my
I'll
Feywild
put-
history book.
I'll put the 2 that I'm gonna keep the lycanthropy book up in my room, like hidden somewhere.
you know what? I'm gonna
But
go
the other
ahead.
2, I'm gonna put down there.
Has anybody done detect magic on this?
Nope.
This Ferron's Notes 3.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna cast read magic to see if there's anything I can
I'm gonna go get a drink.
get out of this paper as well.
Sorry, you're casting magic on this on the notes.
Read magic.
Read
To see if
magic.
there's any magical writings on here, and if I can, read it.
There doesn't appear to be any magic runes or any sort of magical writing is inkwell on paper.
All right, I checked the other side of the paper just to make sure.
It's a simple piece of parchment.
Simple piece of parchment. All right.
The back is blank, correct?
Yeah.
The back is blank. I wonder how many campaigns have ended just by people not checking the back of the paper. Mm.
Is there anything in these crates?
Where? Crates?
Or
They're empty.
this too? These?
Yep.
Okay. So
Okay, I'm back.
Are you composing the library right now, Ryan?
I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it, honestly.
I would make it an editable note for everybody, so we can kind of type in what we throw in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do on like a Roll20, but
you just make it on Discord.
handout, I guess.
Ryan.
You can make a document out of it on Google Docs.
Well,
Or Ryan could just put it on Discord.
no, I want to make it in Roll20. That way, it's just easier. Everybody has access to it.
Yeah.
Everyone has access to Discord.
Can be edited by all players. I want to drop a file, descriptions and notes, and just make it like really long.
Dick.
Save changes.
Library. I cannot edit this. Oh, click edit.
Click edit.
So just do it under like descriptions and notes or whatever you guys want to do. I feel like this is probably the best way to do it, I think.
Yeah, I think just have a little like dash next to it, next
Can
to each
everyone
entry.
see that?
Did you click save changes?
Yes.
Crap. Now's not the time for penis.
Dick.
As you guys are going about the house and kind of exploring and stuff like that, is anybody on the first floor right now? Basic, you're in bed?
Yeah.
Raylis, you're still in your room?
Yeah, I'm just kind of relaxing, basically.
Alright, as you're relaxing, you hear a knock on your door.
Like the front door or my personal door?
Your door, your personal door.
Okay.
You would not be able to hear a knock from that.
I think so. Magical doorbell. Alright, I'll open it.
Right. As you open it, Director Parkley is standing there, and he says, "A note for you, sir, from Felix."
I'll take it from him.
A
Give him
note for
nod.
you, sir.
Okay, and it is in your journal now.
Right, journal. Oh, here we go. Interesting. Okay. Is Parkley still in my door?
He's turning to walk away as he hands you the letter.
Okay. I'm gonna ask him real quick if he wouldn't mind telling the rest of the party to meet me in the like, gathering area down here.
Certainly.
Thank you.
As you wish.
And I'll make my way down there.
Okay.
Oh.
I went to swallow something and it just like fucking almost choked.
And
You
within
went to swallow it, it just said no.
within due time, everybody, Director Parkley goes to each and every one of you and respectfully requests your presence on the first floor as Felix has sent a message
This is my chair.
to you guys, and that Aurelius has received it, and he wants everybody to meet
Are you sitting
in
on my
the
lap?
sparring
Jason?
pit.
Yeah.
Did you say the sparring pit or like the
The gathering place.
That like gathering area, yeah.
This
Okay.
one.
I'm gonna mess with the library real quick. Somebody
this area, gotcha,
gonna
gotcha.
deleted. Yeah.
Okay. The conference room, we'll say the...
So as everybody gathers, I'm going to just put the note on the table.
What did it say?
I lost. I don't know. It's gone now. Oh wait, here it is. Scroll from Felix. It says Taywin has amassed their armies inside the city.
Faywin.
Faywin, I'm sorry. You're right. Faywin has amassed their armies inside the city due to the effects of the uprising throughout the Feywild. King Hydarus III may send out troops to neighboring cities and towns. And he tells us to be careful in just in the vicinity of those areas. So it looks like it's getting
Dangerous.
pretty bad.
Well,
Why are
good thing
you-
we
all
have
of you guys in
our
here. Go, kitty, bad.
kitty adorable. Don't be mean to the cat.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah.
I'm gonna show the note to players.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Did it show up on everybody's screen?
Nope.
Nope. Or yep.
I got Elwyn scroll, dungeon scroll, and then there's the notes from Pharaon. But
It should have shown up on screen.
Why does it
It
show
did
to
for me.
players work? When I hit show to players, it popped up automatically.
It popped up for me. Yeah, like I had exit out of it, and then it popped back up.
Okay,
after
maybe I have to have it in your guys' journals, but
Probably.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
So I'll start doing that from now on. But yeah.
I.
The third.
third.
Oh. I may send troops.
Did you read the note backwards?
Kind of.
How did you get to that first? What do you, it says King Haidar. What?
I was just looking at the note and my eyes instantly locked onto I.
It even looks like Roman numerals. What the fuck?
It was like, does Felix have a written fucking stutter?
Yes, I write stutters into my letters.
All right.
They're just fucking words, Tyler. Come on.
All right, guys. So we're gonna stay the fuck away from that place.
So, well, Gregor's already gone.
I said, let's stay away from that place, guys.
And that's it. You just left.
I'm tired, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna continue talking with everybody else that's still here then.
I got woken up from a nap for this. Shit's dangerous. I get it. I'm tired. Let me know when
I
wake
think
up.
this means that we should act as soon as possible before shit gets even worse. I want to be wandering around looking for this place and run into a goddamn army.
I should server deafen Rap because he's sleeping.
Rap just so he can't hear.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, honestly. There it is.
Hey, Rap, fuck you.
All right.
I
So
think you just server muted him.
yeah,
I
he
muted
did.
him. He's not deafened, but.
So
Yeah.
what's the current course of action?
What do you guys think we should do?
I don't know.
I'm not
By the way, Rap,
exactly.
you're no longer muted.
Well, I think we should go about it carefully.
figured that
I think
out.
We should go back.
I-
mean, like sooner than later. Yeah.
I think we should all get some sleep. That way we're well rested and head out as soon as possible.
So early, just wake up early.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll be awake the earliest.
You'll also be the most uninformed.
You make breakfast, bitch.
About what? We're gonna act quickly.
Get to make breakfast. You still don't know what's going on. That's my point. You left.
I do.
You're up
I
early
read
in
the
the
note.
morning, so you make breakfast.
I know what's
Breakfast.
going on. I read the note.
Actually, wait.
Yeah.
So if we have groundskeepers here,
Do we have
and we
a
have a
chef?
whole ass
Oh
butler-
wait, he can just make breakfast.
Heroes Feast? What? No, you don't have that.
Shit.
We're not cool enough to have that yet. Also, we don't have a gem encrusted bowl.
Is that a component or something?
Yeah, that's the component for
Yeah,
Heroes.
fuck components. You want what? We've never done components.
No, you did. You said I use components for things that are very expensive.
I'm
A jewel
pretty
encrusted bowl is pretty fucking expensive.
I'm not just.
Okay, that makes sense.
breakfast.
How about we just force Raptor
So,
to make breakfast? Then?
I'm still down with that.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
He said he's waking up earliest, so.
Everybody's
I'm going
recessing
to
to their
sleep.
rooms.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to my
Yeah.
room. I'm gonna read my book for a little bit, see if I can find any info out or learn anything.
Chilling.
Like a villain.
Seriously, yeah.
Uh,
Literally me.
so
Cody just leaves it.
Yeah.
laying
Basic.
on
Do you
the
give any
ground.
more thought to the deciphering?
Does that mean he was on the right track?
I don't know. His mic's muted. Your mic's muted. All right, maybe are you talking to somebody else?
Basic?
He's dead, Jim.
Our boy's gone.
You might be talking to somebody else.
He's a bitch.
All right. Well, moving on from there. Everybody recesses to their rooms. Get some adequate sleep. Aurelius, you said you were poring over which book?
The lycanthropy one.
Okay.
Trying to learn more on stuff.
And things.
So, if I remember correctly, your class does it only work when there's a 2 full moons?
I don't remember. I gotta find your message because it's not technically in my class. It was something that we were doing on the side.
Okay, yeah, find that for me because I'm not sure if I remember correctly that it's 2 full moons or like you get some like bonuses.
It happens like if I'm below half health, I think I have to make a roll or it'll happen.
Yeah.
Here, let me find our messages and I'll look through.
Well, we'll talk about it after session and then figure it out.
That's fine. It's not super crucial at the moment.
But since Vasek is busy at the moment, we'll go ahead and move on to the next day.
Easy.
So
Easy.
the night passes peacefully, more peacefully than probably any other night you've experienced so far thus far.
Yeah, because one of them we got
So far,
ambushed.
thus far, same thing, whatever. Yeah, you guys have a place of, I don't want to say complete, but nearest complete that you can think of
Safety.
just safety. You don't have to take shifts sleeping. It's actually kind of nice in scenarios like these where you have a place like this. It does a lot for the psyche, it does a lot for the mind. So the hours pass as the sun comes up over the horizon and light starts to appear through your guys' windows as you are awoken in the early morning hours.
Time to find out if we have a chef.
You. That's you.
Suck a dick, Chad.
You getting up early, you making breakfast.
Yeah, I don't know how to cook.
Yeah, you gonna learn.
I don't know if this
Also,
will
Ryan,
resend to you or not.
I'm just gonna
yeah,
say,
there we go.
doesn't really look like there is a kitchen. Unless this is the kitchen.
That's true. It doesn't look like there's a kitchen.
This is like the closest thing to a kitchen.
This is true.
That's fine. Just call it a kitchen then.
I guess this can be the kitchen, yeah.
I mean, that looks like a storage area. This looks like a place to like make the shit. I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can just use
yeah.
the fireplace essentially.
Yeah.
And these look like tables, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna make good old breakfast. Oh, we got all get up here.
You should roll to see if he makes shitty breakfast so we can make fun of him.
Roll for shitty breakfast.
Roll for bullying.
Okay, roll for breakfast. Let's see how good of a breakfast I make for myself.
Roll that cooking.
2.
Roll a cook check. You managed to
Make something that's inedible.
make a peanut butter and jelly and forget the jelly.
Just a peanut butter
In the
sandwich.
bread.
So yeah, you put it together and you're like, fuck. Something's missing.
What could it be? I've bamboozled myself.
It's just a jar of fucking jelly. It's like, hey, you guys want some? Oh man,
All right.
that's pretty good.
I'll get up and go to the
Get the
kitchen as
butler
well.
to do it.
Although I am wearing nothing but underwear.
Okay. Toga.
yeah, basically.
Okay. Everybody gathers around, and
Get this beta shit off me.
Rap, you're pretty much bullied into cooking breakfast for everybody. So
Okay, let's see how it is.
He's just
6.
got this attitude. He's all pissed.
It was a 6, Ryan.
okay, it's a fairly mediocre breakfast. Toast a little bit
Okay.
overcooked, over toasted.
The toast is a little bit over.
Eggs slightly
hell do you-
undercooked.
How the hell did you burn my orange juice?
I told you I have no clue how to cook.
Okay, well, within the interest of time, you guys managed to have a mediocre breakfast and refreshed at least.
Dog shit.
Killjoy
What
is
do
not
you
happy with his
expect?
establishment's meals.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I didn't know what I was expecting. You know.
Well, that's obvious.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
told me to do it.
Fucking goddamn.
I'm gonna roll a bully check. Damn it! How do you roll?
An insult check?
Just roll a
Make a
strength check.
charisma check. Charisma.
Charisma? Yeah.
How do I do a roll? Is it slash?
Roll. D20,
You
one
just
D20.
say he's gonna roll.
Oh,
bully
see, I just
check.
rolled- I just typed in RD20, so that clearly didn't work. No.
Or
Slash
you can
roll
do it
1d20.
outside.
Mm.
It's still not working. What the hell? Am I supposed to have a space somewhere? What the
Oh.
fuck?
Okay.
I'm lost. It's
There
not
we go.
rolling anything for me. There we go. Sweet.
I got you.
It just wouldn't fucking do it. It kept telling me unrecognized command.
16. So, Aurelius, you managed to mutter an insult that Rap seems very harsh to you, especially because it's in a language that you don't fucking know. So you have no idea what the hell he just said, but there are negative
You're
connotations
an
coming
bitch.
off. There's some negative energy being thrown out here.
I don't think I know what he said, but I just look at him and I'm like the way he says it probably is aggressive. I'm
concur.
like,
That sounds hostile.
that sounds good to me. I could get on that train.
Murder
It's just
Hobie?
like, no, you don't even say anything. You just like nod the head. Like.
Murder Hobo is not the word for this party, but it's definitely something like it.
The word murder. That's what that was.
Murdered by words.
Murdered by words.
I've
So-
been given a verbal lashing.
So. What now?
So,
I like to piss on his plate now.
Stand up, drop crown, just fucking let loose.
This is a piss poor breakfast.
Always colorful. Always.
shut the fuck up.
All right,
I
somebody
feel like
else
that's
is
how my
cooking
feed's
next
gonna
time,
turn
though.
out tomorrow morning after this.
Just solid.
So what the fuck are we going to do?
Well, maybe you should have stayed a little later last night. You would know. Oh wait, you're still in bed.
That's wait, so he cooked us breakfast, but he was in bed. Okay, now he's on the table.
Telekinetic breakfast.
Guys, I'm not even sure if this is a proper dining room. There's no chairs.
All right.
It's
On
just
that
assumed.
note, after we finish eating, I'm going to now actually go put clothing on
Okay.
and just gear up in general, get prepared.
Okay.
I don't really have anything. I mean, I'll leave my book here, but everything else here, I'll look at my inventory. I'll make like a personal inventory that I'm leaving here because that seems like a good idea.
I mean, there's inventory on your character sheet. That's what you mean?
No, I know. I'm just gonna make a separate area for what I'm leaving at the house and what I'm taking with me.
Okay, okay.
That way, everything's separate, so I know what I do and do not have on me. I think it's just under notes, isn't it? No, where the hell did I put my inventory? Equipment.
It's
There we go.
there's
Yeah,
literally
I
a
found it.
inventory tab.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, I'm going to start getting everything ready from the room, and then I'm gonna pat it down. You know, I'm gonna miss this place. I'm gonna miss this place, but I'm gonna start.
For the whole 24 hours you spend here, less.
Did hey, I'm in a boss ass room. I stole Rap's mattress, bro. And we made him cook breakfast. It was a pretty good fucking 24 hours.
I'm before we leave, or I'm gonna gear up and then find
This
the
one, stay
groundskeeper.
at the front stairs.
All right, prep spells.
Why the hell is my picture yours now, Ryan?
Dude,
Huh?
we can make people sit out here, spend the night out here.
We'll make Rap do that whenever he's in timeout.
Fuck you, bitch asses.
But I'm gonna find Parkley. I have a question for him.
Okay. Aurelia elects to spend some time on her own. She doesn't necessarily allude to why, but clearly she is going through something due to her not, interacting as much. And you just kind of leave it as it is, just in respect to her. So, as you all congregate towards the front of the manor, Director Parkley comes out and kind of waves you all goodbye and wishes you farewells. So what would you like to say to him?
I was just gonna ask him if he could talk to some people and find out how much it would cost to get the equipment to start a smithy for me to kind of work and maintain our weapons. Just like I said, I just want to find out how much that would cost, and then I can pay to get it installed.
Let me contact Felix and see what he has to say. More than likely, should be free of charge.
That'd be appreciated.
Also, Parkley, could you see if Felix could get a few more books for the collection?
I shall see to it that you receive some shipment of books, but I believe he mainly left it up to you guys to kind of fill with your own knowledge. But if you do so wish to stock it full of...
Well, you don't need to stock it full. It's rather empty.
I'll see what I can do.
That's for us to
Hey,
fill up.
if you aren't going to be cooking, you need to get some
We'll be right
cookbooks.
back, by the way.
You need to get
yeah,
some scrolls
also-
on cooking, some recipes,
Specifically, a
some fucking-
cookbook, please.
something. For this one, his breakfast, is utter shite.
Well, you could always hire a chef.
No, we have to pay them.
Wait a minute, I'm doing it. I'm like, what? I'm
No,
doing
we
it.
have to
I'm
pay
living.
them.
When we get back, I'm doing it. I'm living the penthouse life.
Or I could learn how to cook.
Yeah, that's just a better idea for you.
Like, why would we pay someone to cook when I could learn how?
Yeah, we just go buy you recipes, bro.
I guess I'm
Okay.
becoming the group cook, Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I like
get
how that
some
worked out. Easy.
priest and cook.
So,
You're doing good for the community. It's all God's work, dude.
Director Parkley takes in your requests and your intentions and what you want to do around here and some amenity changes. And
Put some art up. Yeah. I think I'm good with that. I think we should be heading out soon, actually.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We need to leave.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
How dare you leave during the middle of a conversation, Nick?
We need to get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker.
yeah, so what now?
We
Just
get
going back to the Feywild.
Okay, I mean, you guys realize that you don't have to like leave the manor to go to the Feywild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it feels more formal.
Yeah, it's like
No, he is right. We really should actually leave from inside the manor. Like
We could
like,
put it in our garden.
Let's put it. I was gonna say here,
No, let's
but the
do the
garden
portal.
works. No, we should put it like over here.
It's our secret little portal
you
garden.
your little garden. There's just a hole that leads into the Feywild.
If we can make it permanent, just like make one of these little side towers, just like
Just go down to the riverbanks. It's like Bridge to Terabithia. You just fucking take a rope swing
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do that, Ryan? Could I?
or
Make a rope swing?
No, make like a permanent portal.
Make a what?
A permanent portal
No.
that we could like turn
I
on
suggest-
and off.
somebody just open the portal in the fighting arena, and then we all just jump off the balcony.
Open
And
it
the launcher
on the
systems
ground.
That could probably have some horrible consequences. Actually, let's not do that.
Yeah,
Probably just
some
kick
portal
someone
shit.
at like
Some portal shit.
fucking 30 miles an hour.
Just get shot through the portal on the other side.
Yeah, just hit the fucking portal at terminal velocity and fly through the other end.
Going
Horizontally.
like 100 miles an hour.
You know, if that's a way that we're gonna kill a big bad, why not?
Just open a portal.
Just
when you can
have
speak.
somebody come back to this place, get on the roof, jump off, jump into a portal, and then just like launch themselves.
You haven't seen our secret weapon. It's a people cannon.
Better yet, use one of the ballistas.
Yeah, basic. We'll just, since I can already summon a portal on the glass to Felix's tower, I'll just open the portal on the other side of the glass and make them just drop like 300 feet to the ground.
If you can place the portal under one of the ballistas and just drop it on someone.
I don't think that'll work.
I'm not sure if that's how that works.
The ballista's attached to the stone. I don't think that would work.
So what are you guys doing? Where are you guys putting this portal? Are you guys putting it outside or inside?
We're putting it in the garden.
And this garden over here?
The garden.
Like here.
Okay.
I mean, if we want to keep it secret, there's also some secret doors or secret rooms. Like, you know, the dude that we got up when Cody was
Broham?
moving in.
Our Broham.
Broham, yeah. But, no, let's just leave it in the garden. Let's not be too complicated about it.
Okay.
You could hide him with the homie. You could hide him with the homie, bro. Easy.
Okay.
That's what we were just talking about.
Raptor, you conjure. So your current plan is to go to the Feywild, take the path up, and go to his lodge and try to meet Leonid there. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so I'm
And
aware.
beat his ass.
So as you conjure the portal to the Feywild, you know, it's 10 feet high, 10 feet wide as the icy blue kind of ripples throughout. It takes a second to fully conjure. You all take a look as you look around at each other, and go for this last kind of push to finally obtain the Worldhammer. and it being just so close to being within your grasp.
And
You
put
guys
down that douchebag.
Yeah, and put down Leonid Whitesunder and Barry. They win initiative for good. You guys push through the portal into the icy blue purple mist that's kind of warping around this 10 foot by 10 foot portal. And as Vasic's left foot is being the last piece of you guys from the material plane stepping into the Feywild, the portal closes, and that's where we'll end session.
All right.
Gang,
Your
boys.
foot doesn't
Before
hurt.
you go ahead and
gang.
change the little backdrop here for the mansion, I just realized the garden's not a garden; it's a graveyard. I just realized because there's a shovel and an empty grave in the bottom right corner of it.
That is true.
Yep.
Okay, the portal's in the graveyard.
Yeah, it was
Why?
actually a graveyard, but I figured I'll let you guys do whatever you want with it. It doesn't have to be a
There's
It's a
graveyard.
garden.
2 other
It's a
graves.
garden.
So I wonder what this butler thinks of us kind of desecrating this graveyard.
Also,
Yeah.
Basic?
Yeah?
Why the fuck does our manor have a graveyard with like 10 graves in it?
There's only 3 graves. Those are like stepping stones or something. Oh wait, fuck! No, those are graves. Holy shit! I didn't even see that.
Planning meeting.
They looked like bushes.
That's why we thought it was a garden.
Ah
Yeah,
man, nah, those are definitely. He has murdered a lot of people.
I'm not so sure about the groundspeople here.
Let's just say there's a reason all 9 of those beds are empty.